Good evening and welcome to Netzach Yisrael Daily Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, starting today from Siman Chav Vav, which is the Dinei Kaddish Yosim, and there are 22 Seifim. Okay, Seif Aleph. Nimsu ibn Droshim Harbe Maasios. There are in Midrashic writings many stories that when a son says Kaddish for his father or mother who have passed away, the father and the mother are saved from judgment. That's why there's a minhag to say Kaddish. That's why they get Torah and they daven as about Philip Biprat, but Motzei Shabbos, and particularly it's important this particular thing to daven as a chal, as to lead the tzibur on Motzei Shabbos, whose man shechozim Shabbos leGehenim, because that's when the souls they come out of Gehenim on Shabbos and they go back Motzei Shabbos, and so similarly every evening service. Mariv Sha'oz Tig Boyres Hadin, because that's when Din, the middle of Din, is at its most stringent. However, there are with these Kadishim lots of different Dinim according to different Hagim. Seif base. Shiva. During the 7 days following the death of a person, Shiva as we know it, Bein Shru Koton, Bein Godoil, whether it's a Koton or a Godoil as an over mitzvah, Bein Tosha, whether it's a resident, Bein Urech or guest as in non-resident of this particular occasion, Yesh Loi Kol Kadishim, they have the right to say all the Kadishim, but Docha Kol Avelim, and they take precedence over any other mourners. Filu Poga Haregel Techa Shiva, even if a Yom Tov interrupted the shiva, because that's you'd get up. However, the Hamavatl Gezer Shiva, you still get all the Kadishim. Mechein Acha Shiva, Shemavatel Gezer Shloshim, in Kaddish Ein Mavatel. Similarly, after the Shiva, but within the Shloshim, in Kaddish Ein Mavatel. The regal doesn't Mavatel the Kaddish, as in they have the right to all the Kadishim. So we don't apply the din of mixes hayim kakuloi, meaning that if they said the one in the morning, it's as if they've said kaddish for the entire day. We don't apply that rule. Even on the mincha of the 7th day, they still have the right to all the kadishim. The shiva and the shloshim are counted from the day of burial, not the day of death. Even if the oval didn't hear immediately, and therefore, as straight away, as soon as he hears, that's when he has the minhagim, if you like, of shiva, or he takes upon himself shiva. So let's say he died on Monday, it was buried on Tuesday, he didn't hear about it till Thursday, and that's when he starts practicing shiva. Because the Indian Kaddish and Shiva, that only applies from the day of burial, which would have been the Tuesday and not the Thursday when he heard about it. Again, the same thing applies if the person died on a regel. The Indian, the Kaddish, in terms of Kaddish, the Shiva starts from the burial, not from when he dies. Seif Gimel. If with this oval there is someone who has yortzeit, as in it's a year, I'll read it out. Mishayom has the Koran shel Aviv imoy chol ba'osa yom. The yom is the Koran, as in the anniversary of the death for father and mother is on that day. As I im ben shiva cotton. If the person who's within those 7 days is a cotton, is a child who doesn't have to stay at home and is allowed to go to shul, we allow the yortzeit to have a kaddish, and the rest of them will go to the cotton. V'yesh harbe yortzeit. However, if lots of people who have yortzeit, yesh lekol echad kaddish echad. Each one of the people who have a yortzeit takes a kaddish. Even if that means the cotton who is within his shiva doesn't get a chance to say it at all. Now, the reason for this will be explained later on, and the reason is that a yortzeit only has this one chance to say it on this day, whereas the cotton will say to carry on saying tomorrow. But that will be explained later on. V'yesh ben shloshim. If someone is within 30 days, the shloshim of the Kuror, yesh li gam kain kaddish echad. He also has a right to one kaddish. Avolim yesh harbe ben shloshim. However, the many ben shloshim, eina cotton ben shiva nidche machmason legamri. If there are lots of ben shloshim, and there wouldn't be enough for all of them, the cotton still has a right for one, and he's not, unlike yortzeit, he's still entitled to one and doesn't lose his right in total. If it's a godel, an adult, as an oath of mitzvah, who stays at home during the shiva, even though that he davens at home with a minyan, when he comes to shul, he says all the Kadishim. This, for example, would be Friday night, or Shabbos. So if he comes to shul, this adult, however, he says all the Kadishim, and there's one Kaddish which they will draw lots over to see who gets the right to say Kaddish. Even in a case where the Shiva itself has been interrupted or stopped because of Yom Tov, or his father died during the Yom Tov, as I actually didn't cotton, then he has the same thing as a cotton, because then there's no Shiva and he goes to shul as in a regular, well, it wasn't like a cotton, therefore he has the same thing as the cotton, which we said that the yortzeit is allowed to take one. If there are many yortzeits, then he won't get. See Dalad. Ben Shiva Cotton, or Ben Shiva Godel. Ben Shiva Cotton, whether it's a child, whether it's an adult. So if a Ben Shiva Cotton and a Ben Shiva Godel come at the same time, to shul on a Shabbos, they split the Kadishim equally. Because the Godel's there, he wouldn't normally get otherwise. Normally the cotton would forfeit one because of the yortzeit. However, because the yortzeit doesn't loses his right because of the Godel, the Godel takes over the one from the cotton, which the yortzeit would have taken from the cotton, if that makes sense. That kaddish which the cotton, the child would have forfeited to the yortzeit, the Godel takes, because the yortzeit forfeits to the Godel. Okay. Seif Hey. Yortzeit v'chein ben shloshim. A yortzeit and a ben shloshim are in shul at the same time. Kodim the shar avelim shehem b'tzei chashana. If there are other avelim in shul who are during the year of avelus, they take precedence over those who are within the year, as in the yortzeit and the ben shloshim. Says gam lahem is a kaddish, and they should still leave them a kaddish for them to say. And there is a minhag that the kaddish derabanan, any kaddish derabanan, and the kaddish which comes after aleinu should be specifically for the yortzeit or the person who's within shloshim. Or shara kadishim, the shara avelim. The rest of the kadishim they should split amongst the rest of the avelim. If there are enough avelim for available kadishim. See Vo. Yortzeit ben shloshim. A yortzeit or ben shloshim. Heichot ikar ravcha ben shloshim koidim. The ein la yortzeit right kaddish echad. Where there are many kaddish, think it means in this case particular, it means where there are many who are within the shloshim, the ben shloshim take precedence. The yortzeit only takes one kaddish. However, if there are many yortzeit, yesh lekol echad kaddish echad. Ba'afal pi shehein ben shloshim yidachel legamri, we still say that the yortzeit takes precedence, similar same din as a cotton. As we said earlier, the reason he gives the reason now. What's the difference between a yortzeit and a ben shloshim? Is that in that the yortzeit only has this one day a year in which to say, and if he doesn't say it, he loses opportunity. Whereas the ben, someone who's within shloshim, if he doesn't say it today, he'll say it tomorrow. When a different tefillah. Sif Zayin. If there are lots of chiyuvim within shul, yatilu go b'neihem. If there are, say again. If there are two avelim who have exactly the same dinim, so let's say they're both within the first 7. Yatilu go b'neihem, they draw lots between them. Umisha oleh go eloma arvis. The person who wins the lot says Mariv. Yesh lasheni kenegedeh kaddish echad shachris b'legoyel. The second one takes shachris without drawing lots. On the third one, they take lots again. However, there are lots of people with the same din, lots of avelim who have the same dinim. Gam kimat dinim goyel, they draw lots. Umisha oleh goyel liyava oim b'secha goyel ad shemu kulon. So basically every tefillah they'll draw lots, because they've got to decide who takes each subsequent tefillah. However, once someone has won one, until everyone else has said a kaddish, they won't go back into the lot until that cycle is complete. If ches hatoishuv kodim la'orech, someone who is a resident of a city takes precedent over a non-resident, or particular shul, who will explain what the difference is. So he just qualifies that, as in when we're specifically talking when he's not during the shiva. Yortzeit toishav, yortzeit oirech. Toishav, a resident who has a yortzeit and a non-resident who has a yortzeit in oirech klum. The non-resident has no right over the resident. The resident comes first. Ben shloshim toishav, a resident who's within his 30 days, or who's within his year. Toishav v'yortzeit oirech. If he is in the shul at the same time as someone as a non-resident who has yortzeit, yesh loirech kaddish echad. We allow the yortzeit a kaddish. Yesh yortzeit toishav. However, if the toishav has the yortzeit, ben shloshim toishav, or the resident is within his 30 days, v'yortzeit oirech, and the non-resident has yortzeit. Yes, gamkin loirech kaddish echad. Again, we allow the non-resident a kaddish. And the person, the yortzeit toishav, can't say to him, as in, right, so sorry, I want to make it a bit clearer again. So I'm just going to go over it just for the sake of clarity. If there is in shul a toishav who has a yortzeit, and there is another toishav who's within his 30 days, and there is a non-resident who has yortzeit, we have two yortzeits, one of a resident, one of a non-resident, and there is also a resident who is within shloshim. The oreach still has one kaddish, and the resident who has yortzeit is unable to say to the non-resident, I have preference. As in, I'm not taking a kaddish from you. As in, the guest can say to the resident, I'm not taking the kaddish from you. I'm taking it for the person who has shloshim. So what do we do? The resident who has yortzeit has the first kaddish. The yortzeit oreach kaddish sheni. The non-resident who has Yortzeit as the second one, Ben Shloishim Kaddish Shlishi. So divide it up. Seif Tes. Aruch Ben Shloishim, with non-resident who's within his 30 days, with Toshav Toich Hashana, and a resident who's within the year, Shavim, they divide up and they have equal dinim. Yortzeit Toshav, Ben Shloishim Aruch, a resident who has Yortzeit and a non-resident who's within their 30 days, Yoma Toshav Kaddish Rishon V'Sheni V'Horech HaShlishi. So they divide it up between them. Yud Aleph, Seif Yud Aleph. Orech V'Seich Hashana. Non-resident who's within his year of Avelus. Yesh Lo Kaddish Echad B'Seich Avelim Toshavim B'Seich Hashana. So if he's an Avel amongst many other Avelim who are all within the year, he is allowed one Kaddish amongst all the other Avelim who are there. See if you'd base. Toshav Nikril Inyan Zeh Kol Chiesh Lekam Diras Keva. With regards to these halachas, a Toshav, someone who's called a resident, we're going to call a resident someone who has a fixed abode, Af Al Pisha Einu Perea Mas, even if he doesn't pay tax. Or Yishu Perea Kan Mas, Af Al Pisha Einu Dar Kan. Or alternatively, someone who pays tax to a particular place, let's say he pays tax in Manchester and he lives in London, even though he lives in London, is still called a resident of the place where he pays tax. Let's say someone lives in a different locale to his parents, and then his parents died, so he goes and sits Shiva in the place where his parents lived. Even though his parents were residents there, we call Mokim because he doesn't live there and he doesn't pay tax there, he's not called a resident in this case. A homeowner who employs Malamed, a teacher or a servant, if the servant or the Rebbe are single, Nikram Kanto Shavim, they have the status of residents. However, if they are married and they have wives who live in a different locale, they are considered non-residents. Someone who learns in yeshiva in a particular location, and so too a Rebbe who is employed by several residents, even though they might have wives in a different location, dinon can ketushav, and they have the din of residence. Someone who raises an orphan, even if he's paid to do so, if that orphan doesn't have a father or a mother and a mother, Yesh lo can din toshav, as din of a resident, as in the place where he is being brought up. However, if that Yossam has a father or a mother in a different location, even if he's not being paid to raise him, Yesh lo din orech, he has a din of a non-resident. And that concludes this evening's Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. Good evening.